So, Dollar Tree has the most horrible district manager in the world. Name is Tiffany Hudson. And this lady has got balls bigger than her head. She thinks something that was a joke is basically the end of the world. You have a high-stress job. You're working, you're closing by yourself. You have cashiers who may or may not come, play sick, whatever. Just show up whenever they feel like it. It's okay. But you bust your ass. You work really hard. You work as fast as you can. You sacrifice your health, you know. I mean, before I was at this store, I didn't have a blood pressure problem. And I've had my medication raised 3 different times. I'm on a very, very, very high dose, just to try and control it so I don't have a stroke. So things might be related. But anyhow, these last cashiers just don't feel like holding their own on the register. You're on the register as much as they are. That's whatever. But they think you're going to have recovery done. You think you're going to have the store fronted. You think you're going to have all these amazing things done. And the store's going to look beautiful the next day. So what happens? You lose your break. And some nights you lose your mind. So your life's over, basically. They don't care. You're telling your store manager what's going on. She knows full and well what's going on. She knows full and well that you are not getting your breaks. You talk to the other manager who closes. She's not getting her breaks. Her breaks. You know, that 10-minute break you're supposed to have is paid. That 30-minute break, that is unpaid. You're not getting it. So actually, you're technically working off the clock. But working off the clock is illegal, apparently. But then again, they make you do it. You're told, basically, to do it. You're in the office. You're trying to eat your food. You know, that high sodium, high sugar crap they sell at the store. Or something you managed to have somehow get someone to bring you. Or maybe you were thought ahead and brought something from home, you know. Because you realized it might have been a hell day. You get something to eat. You're trying to eat. Code 1 or code 2, it's the same difference. Either one's for you. You have to go out there. If you leave that cashier alone, they can just report you. The customers will complain. And you get another write-up at the very least. So, you know, it doesn't matter if you've eaten. It doesn't matter that you haven't gone to the bathroom. You can be up that register until you die. And the thing is, you tell somebody what's going on. You tell the district manager, the person who you believe was the district manager still. You tell this person what's going on, that you're being treated like crap. And you're tired of it. You're just tired of it. You're basically asking for help. And what do? They turn it over and they say, you know what? I'm actually not the district manager anymore. Somebody else is doing it. And the person who's doing it now, she has no respect for you, respect for anybody. Not that I know of. No humanity. She basically, at some points, has called me a liar. She thinks I'm stupid. She's made me apologize over and over again for a text that was actually supposed to be a joke. Considering that I had a cashier recently saying they quit because of something I said to them in a text. That text was basically, there are buses that go from where you say you're stuck in Greensboro, North Carolina. There are buses that go from Greensboro to Fayetteville. Please get yourself on a bus. Get home. You know, but you need to come to work. Your job's on the line at this point. Good luck. I could actually pull it up probably. Read it verbatim, but it wasn't anything nasty. It was just simply a really short, sweet piece of advice text, because this girl is claiming, nobody believes her, not a soul, that she went to Greensboro with her mother. It's like 93 miles away from us. And lo and behold, she got in an argument with her mother. Her mother had left her there. This young lady's 22 years old. We had just gotten paid a few days before, that Friday before. This was Monday. So, under the impression that she was actually telling the truth, which I don't believe. But beside the point, you're telling them how to get home. Because she's saying her father can't come get her. her mother's mad. Her mother's not going to come get her. They're just going to leave her stranded somewhere. And, an Uber is too expensive. So, yeah, a bus. Bus would actually work. I mean, they do have buses. They go everywhere. Greyhound goes everywhere. But I'm wrong. This district manager, Tiffany, decided to tell me it's wrong. It's not our place to tell people. It's not our place to tell people about coming to work. Well, when you hire young people, they sometimes decide they would rather hang out with their friends. And when they can come into work whenever they feel like it, and the store manager isn't giving them any repercussions, that's exactly what you get, because you wanted warm bodies there. You wanted people just to kind of show up whenever they felt like it. Well, she came today, so that's good. So I don't have to call somebody on their day off and ask them to come in. I don't have to beg and plead. Because the last time this situation happened, I had one cashier who was sick. One we know was actually sick. And we had one cashier who was out of town for a funeral. We had another one who was just there the night before, and she's telling me that she's sick. Don't know what it was. Don't really care. And then this young lady's out of town, and she can't come because of that. Whatever. It's stupid. But I'm wrong, because I wanted to follow up. I wanted to get this person to tell me exactly what the problem was. I mean, this girl's a no-call, no-show 2 nights in a row. It doesn't count if I have to sit there and call you several times. Have somebody text you and say, call the store. But yeah, I'm horrible, because as a joke, at some point, I'm being called in on my day off. I checked the night before. I wasn't scheduled. I sent a text as a joke to this friend who was working with me lots and lots of times, also works at night, and telling her, hey, I quit. Blame the store manager and blame the ASM, the assistant store manager. Listed their names. Blame them. Why? Because I plan on actually walking back in to the store, probably, on time, as they wanted me to, because I actually didn't mind coming and working with this person. The thing was, what ruined it all was the fact that I was being sent these bullshit texts from this other assistant manager, and she's telling me it's my fault that somebody said they quit. It's my fault. Oh my God. Yeah. And this girl left a voicemail. That assistant manager, she left a voicemail telling me, ha ha ha, Bridget sees you looking at her text, and you need to come in. He 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 he. Like that.
Saved message. Sarah, Bridget know you see her text, so you need to respond back to her, honey. Sorry, but she needs you to come in. Yeah, for closing. Yeah. Call the store or call text Miss Bridget back. Bye. To replay this message, press 1. To delete, press 7.
No, I know this person's voice. Yeah, you need to come in. I don't, and I won't. So I wasn't scheduled. I seen the schedule because I was there at 11 o'clock the night before, working on the clock. By myself, but on the clock. You know why? Because I had to let my cashier go at 9:40, 9:50. This young man was worried about going home because he had been there since 10 a.m. Because this other ASM, oh, hell, I might as well say her name, Melissa. Melissa didn't want to stay. She's all, I've been here since 8:30 this morning. I'm not staying. So, yeah, you're leaving me with this young man who's training to be a cashier, has no idea what the hell he's doing, runs the register very, very, very slow. God bless him. He's so slow. It's ridiculous. But I was being kind to him. This young man was complaining the whole night about how much his feet hurt and how tired he was. And so when I had to turn around and, 5 o'clock or so, and we're sending him to his lunch break, meal break, his 30-minute off the clock break, I telling him, just get down your line, go do your break. I'll run the lines, I'll take care of everything, but get yourself something to eat. Bring it over to me. I'll pay for it. It's not a problem. I spend so much money on the cashiers. I'm buying them waters. I buy them sodas if they need it. I buy them snacks if they need it. Why? Because you know what? They're actually helping me if they're there. I wish they'd help me more. I mean, I wish they would hold the line. I wish they could actually do the freaking drinks when they were up there. I don't know. I mean, I've had cashiers where, you can get pretty much everything on your chore list done. You've stocked 20 boxes. You clean the bathrooms. Okay, usually the bathroom is the last thing I do. Sweep the floors. Uh, the drinks are out. The rugs vacuumed. Whatever, stores fronted. Stores recovered. All that recovery is put back. And you probably even folded the shirts. But some of the ones I got right now, you're lucky if you just get recovery done. Basically, anything that was actually getting done was being done by me because I was on the register as much as them. I did recovery. It was a quick recovery. It was probably a sloppy recovery. It's the kind of recovery that basically the stalkers hated me. The stalkers just hated me because they're finding so much stuff out of place. They're finding, thanks to the customers, leaving frozen things thawing, just taking things, throwing it just wherever. It's fine. But, I'm wrong because I stayed off the clock sometimes. Usually just a few minutes finishing office work. Yeah. You send somebody home and you're going, you know what? I forgot to do the damages. I forgot to print that. I forgot to fill out all these nilly stupid things they have in that office. Just things to write down for no reason. I mean, if you are looking at the cashier's information, so you know how many times they avoided something, how many people they rung up, how much the average sale was, it's on a printout. You don't need me to copy it down, but they would make you copy it down because, they just like wasting time. And boy, that district manager didn't like it when I said that about what I thought of those clipboards. She just act like it's not her place. You know what? I can say whatever the hell I want to say. It's my place. You're wasting my time, or you're wasting my time because if I'm not on the clock because I'm told be out 9:30, and where am I at 9:30, 9:40, 9:50? There's no chance you have of getting out on time when you have to sometimes recount everything. You're keeping that person there with you as you're recounting everything. And she tried even telling me that I lied, that I said that I was counting money in the office by myself. And I'm like, I did not say that, ma'am. She didn't like that. She wanted to sit there and accuse me of lying and think I'm going to not correct her. This woman has some kind of vendetta from I don't know where. We don't work off the clock. We don't do this. I don't care what store you were a manager at. If you're saying people weren't off the clock, either you had the most amazing team in the whole world, or you had a bunch of fucking liars working for you. And I'm betting on liars. I'm betting you're a liar. Because Dollar Tree runs on management busting their hump and working through their breaks after they were already supposed to go home, and sometimes maybe even by themselves, completely by themselves. If they worked earlier in the day and they're getting off at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, they can go finish their chores anytime. They're the ones going, oh, the cashiers spot them, and the cashiers are going, hey, didn't you supposed to go home already? They're like, you don't see me. I'm not here. Don't see me. I don't want to hear Bridget's mouth, but you don't see me. I'm not here. Might be on the clock, might not be off the clock. Who knows? But I'm tired of lying about it. I mean, they already went and fired me. So, yeah. So what I was actually admitting to was simply working through my breaks. But I wasn't talking about the fact that the times when I was even a cashier years ago, been with this company for 8 years now, years ago as a cashier, had managers, when we were supposed to be closing at 10 o'clock, out by 10:30, I was there till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock with them, but still off the clock, punched out. If I was supposed to be punched out at 10:30, I was punched out at 10:30 exactly. And what were we doing? We were going through and doing the rest of the work. You can't ask cashiers to do that. Oh, that's illegal. That's fine. But that's what I was doing. What happens when you bust your butt? They make you a manager. See, I figured out within 2 weeks of working there, I watched people coming in. I watched somebody who was the stocking manager. He's supposed to be stocking overnights or in the mornings. He was coming in often right before we closed, and he would be stocking off the clock by himself. We would leave. You'd say goodnight, have fun, do whatever, and he did his thing. I've seen where they've had people, they let him go, and then they accuse him of stealing afterward. He must have been stealing. He must have had $6,000 worth of boxes he stole. I can't verify any of that. I'm not going to verify any of that. I can't verify any of that. But the fact that you sit there and you have all these high expectations of your employees, they have to do this, they have to do that. They need to do 40 boxes an hour, so they needed to do, hundreds of boxes a day. And if they're not meeting quota, if their stocking team's not meeting quota, shit's falling on them. And what happens? You feel this pressure. You're told, you're not meeting up standards. You get these nice little things. They used to call them apple seeds or something like that. I just call them shit lists. That's all it is. It's a list of chores. It's usually basically the same thing every day. Oh, and in case, you didn't read that one, you got it more or less on the clipboard too. It says the same thing. All these nice little chores you get to do. How many boxes you need to aim for. Never taking into account what actually might be happening in the store. Oh, did you know Dollar Tree and their district manager training? I've seen clips from it. And one of the clips was a slideshow thing. One of these showed a picture, and they were saying most of the theft at Dollar Tree isn't from customers. It's from employees. What are the employees stealing? What are the employees stealing? Really, what are they stealing? They're not taking and putting all that $5 stuff in their bags. They're not walking off with your t-shirts. Definitely your little electronic things. They're not the one going in the HBC and stealing you blind. Who would that be? I'm pretty sure it's the people with the big bags that you told us we can't say anything to. It would be the people with the backpacks. The people who are putting stuff down their pants. And they might be any color in the world. You know what? The only thing I'm ever looking at, I was looking at their bags. I'm looking at your behavior. If you come in and the first thing you do is to the back of the store and you're super dodgy, yeah, I'm going to look at you. You're walking around with a bag big enough to stick a 2-year-old in, I'm probably going to look at you. Just casually look, see if you're acting weird when you get back there. See what you're, doing briefly. But we're not profiling. No, we're not profiling at all. It's not a race thing. It's a people thing. Let's see. Dollar Tree would sit there and tell us before, stop. We're told basically 3 different versions of what to do about theft. One of the first things when I got there was telling us, to watch people, watch for bags, to prevent theft. And we're, you can actually get someone basically aggressive about it. I mean, not actually laying your hands on people, but you could snatch that effing bag and take your step back. Now, it's like, don't accuse anybody. Don't approach them. Don't insinuate that they could be stealing. Doesn't matter if you hear them putting stuff in that bag. Don't say nothing to them. Basically don't look at them. Only just wave at them and watch them as they go. The thing is, if you're doing that, if you're letting your stuff leave that store, maybe you didn't catch it on camera, they will come back at you, Dollar Tree corporate, and say, hey, you have this theft problem. Why aren't you stopping thieves? You're the one that told me not to stop the thieves. How am I going to stop them when you're telling me not to stop? You're basically telling me to wave at them. Have a good day. Shop at Target again, Do you want me to just have them up, give them? They're taking your bags off the shelves, filling them up. Your tote bags, your backpacks, whatever. Considering how many of your trash bags, I've seen boxes that are completely empty. I assume they might be filling trash bags with stuff and walking off with that. I can't watch the front the whole time, especially at night. What are your cashiers doing? I got young cashiers that will just as well play with their phone, be doing videos on TikTok or whatever, because they certainly aren't doing anything else other than the register. In between customers, they're playing music. I tell them to put their phone up. They're looking at me like I'm stupid. So do I feel sorry that Dollar Tree, this district manager, got mad to the point she's just, well, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna sit there and work out what you're supposed to be owed. Okay, so literally in the past, 12, 13 days? 12 days at least? Since the 7th? When I talked to you on the phone that first time, and I said, I didn't say I was quitting. That was a joke. You made me apologize profusely for that. Profusely. Like I did something specifically to you. Like I stuck I don't know, like I stuck a needle in your butt or something. You make me apologize like I did something to you. Like it wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke because you didn't say ha ha LOL afterward. In my universe, my sense of humor goes off better than that. The fact that this girl didn't get it at that moment isn't my fault. I mean, would I take it back? I'm not even sure if I would now, because you're giving me such hell about something that was so minor and it could have been fixed right then and there. Going in and reporting for work Monday as I was scheduled, you could have just said, oh, well, I guess that was a misunderstanding. Ha ha ha. Let's fix that. Or, ask about quietly, politely, with a little humanity, why you would be so upset that you would talk to your district manager and you're talking about how horrible that night before was when you weren't able to go to the bathroom for hours. You didn't eat. Basically, I had a headache from my blood pressure. I had nausea, dizzy, and when you can actually feel your blood pressure in your ears, your ears are hurting, that's a really good sign your blood pressure's high. And Melissa, the other, basically the head assistant manager, she left me knowing that I was like that. She knew I was stressed out. She knew I was freaking the F out. She didn't care. I'm going home. Bye. But see, I had to stay. I had to put up that stuff because I've had this little Lilliputian come waddling up to me and get in my face and say, I talked to Bridget, you better never go back here like that again. Never. If that's not a threat, I don't know what is. I mean, you better. You gotta. Bridget said, are you being told to work off the clock? Hell yes. Hell yes. This is the girl's advice too, even was, when I have to close and I need to get them out on time, what you do is you sit there and you count the money. You fill out the slips and you have them sign it. Then you get them, march them over to the computer, have them punch out and leave, lock them out. You can go back into the office. You can print your go backs. You can play with all those fun little clipboards. You do that for a little while. Then you go home. Of course, that's assuming you don't have a basket or two of go backs still. And if you leave those basket or two of go backs, no matter how bad your day was, no matter how long your day is, you got there at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. You've been on the register the entire day. You don't hardly know your name. You didn't get to eat. You're dehydrated. And in the last case, I didn't get to go to the bathroom until 9 p.m., basically 10 minutes to 9 p.m., which really doesn't make much difference when you've been there since 2:30. And when you did go to the bathroom, you realized you were so severely dehydrated. You've been drinking water. You've been drinking lemonade. You were still severely dehydrated. Because the thing is, when you are on blood pressure medicine, that makes you have to go pot. When you don't have to go to the potty, and when you do, it looks like apple juice or tea, you are severely dehydrated. But do these people care? No. Does the district manager care? No. Apparently the store manager doesn't care. She just cared that she was going to have somebody to help her with, I don't know, let's see, the upcoming fall? Or that irony of all ironies. This was going on a Monday. Was when I next went to work, based on what happened Friday. Well, the following Thursday was inventory. I was so very nice. See, I assumed, wrongly assumed, that this lady could fix it. that she could just contact HR or SSC or whatever and say, you know what? Misunderstanding. She didn't quit. It was just a misunderstanding. Get me reinstated, go back to work, help you do your inventory, everything's fine and dandy, whatever. No. She wants to drag her feet, act like I'm stupid. I was messaging Pam, which basically is this person who's the outgoing district manager, and saying, when can I go to work? She's saying, hold on, we're doing the investigation. Just wait, we're doing an investigation. You know, you wait several days and you're going, so when can I go back to work? If you're going to be having me out this long, how about you put me in for those 30 hours I had to pay time off that I haven't used? You know, that money, that time, that's mine, that I earned, that I worked my butt for. Let me get paid. Suddenly you're getting a text back going, like, well, we heard you quit. Ma'am, that, did we not discuss this days ago? Did I not have a phone call with this lady saying, no, I didn't quit, days ago? And you're still bringing up that, like, nobody understands English. You can send it as a text form. They don't understand. Apparently they can't read. They don't understand. But I'm wrong, because I actually admitted what's going on with me. I didn't sit there and bring in everybody else's stuff, because if you really want to know, I could bring it up. I could bring up enough that you won't have probably half your managers in that store. They'll all be gone, because I know stuff I shouldn't tell. It's not my business to tell, but I could tell it because I don't care. And the thing is, I've done Google searches. I've seen the lawsuits that you guys had because you had people working off the clock. Why were they working? They weren't working off the clock because they felt like it. Nobody feels like it. Nobody wants to sit there and stay off the clock. The fact that you even seem to want to believe that, think that, I don't know what you've been smoking. People, if they were like me, were working hard because they were actually trying to make maybe their family's life better. Maybe they were, they wanted to hold the job. Maybe they thought the 401k was so fantastic they wanted to do it. Your benefits aren't that great. But I was making human connections with people. Some of them with the customers, some of them with the employees. I was making my own happy gas in that place. I was trying so hard, thinking, if I work hard and I'm a positive person, whatever stuff is coming down from the district managers or the regional managers going to the district managers, going to the store managers, and they're putting it on to the associate store managers. This is the store managers. You're not making enough sales. You're not doing enough donations. You're not doing enough of whatever. This store isn't clean enough. This store isn't recovered enough. It doesn't look like this idea of what we think that this thing should look like. Well, how do you do that with 200 and something hours, 240 hours? I got pictures of old schedules. I know exactly how many hours. It's always written in the upper corner. You got people begging for hours. Then you got people who don't want to show up. But the thing is, why? You think the customers are complaining. They don't care what's going on. They don't care. They don't care how sick you are. Man, I was up there Friday and I was about to fall out. My last night working. I was so sick. I don't know why I didn't fall out. I'm telling the customers, I feel like I'm going to have a stroke. I don't know what a stroke feels like, but I'm pretty sure it's a headache and your ears hurting, amongst other things. And you're kind of wobbling your head around and you're trying to focus, but I'm still going fast on that register. I'm still sacrificing my soul, my body to do their work. And they don't appreciate it. Not a bit of it. So, yeah, when the district manager's dragging her feet, I sit there and I am messaging the store manager today. And I was like, what's the number for SS? Do you have a number for SSC? I want to contact them. And even after the phone call, actually probably more because of after the phone call from this district manager, which always, is so nice, so polite. I'm like, yeah, I really need to talk to human resources. I mean, it's Friday afternoon. It's basically been 2 weeks since I worked last. I need to find out what's going on, because this lady's not interested in getting me reinstated. She's not interested in fixing whatever stuff they started. I mean, if one text means, "Ooh, you quit," why didn't you call me? Why didn't somebody ask to talk to me? Because the thing is, I have more balls than to quit with a simple text. I'm the one who usually tries to keep it light in the store and makes jokes, tries to be funny, because the customers will hurt your feelings. They will make you cry. They don't care. They come in with whatever baggage they're having. Oh my gosh, since COVID, like everybody keeps citing since COVID, and they are horrible. They don't care. They'll eat you alive. I mean, I've had a customer spit in my. He wasn't even really a customer. I mean, you can't call somebody who's in there stealing a customer. But anyway, recognized him. Cashier recognized him. I followed him and his girlfriend right out of the store. He turned around and spit on me in my face. Do you think anybody from this corporate cares? No. Store manager didn't seem to even really care either. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so someone could have spat some kind of disease into my face, but, you don't care. They basically don't care about anything going on in your life. When you're telling them, oh, there's all this stress, and you need to get, cashiers that actually want to work. Cashiers that are capable. Maybe test them on the register, make sure they know how to work that thing fast. It's not that hard to scan. And I've had one, at least one, maybe two, that I knew actually could go faster. They just won't. They don't care.